Good morning, welcome to Morning Review. This is Kim Watson speaking on Thursday, the 5th of November. Okay, let's look at the euro dollar first. And yesterday we saw some key levels. In fact, let me just bring this into a daily shot. There we go. We saw some key levels broken yesterday, and we're now really heading further south towards that sort of 1.08 area effectively. And maybe even lower. There is some sort of support around that 1.0816 sort of area, maybe just fractionally lower previously. How well they'll hold, well, it's uncertain. At the moment, it looks very weak, and it does look like we could be pushing onwards further down. As I say, looking at, from a 60-minute point of view, we've just air kissed the 60-minute 21. We have got daily pivots above us. Now, I would always like to see these hit. If we see some sort of reversal this morning, and maybe it's going to be a very tiny trend line going over the top of these couple of bars here, we see this trend line broken, maybe I would be tempted for a small position on the long side. Otherwise, really, if this breaks after 8 o'clock, after 8 o'clock, I'll be just riding the road down on the south side. I'd much rather be short than long on this currency at the moment, but with the daily pivot, there's always a chance that it could come back for it. Okay, oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Let's have a look at the pound. Okay, the pound much more choppy. Big day today for the pound. We've got the inflation report and the Bank of England meeting today. You can see the pound is back much in range here. It's anyone's guess which way it could go today. In terms of, I think it may just consolidate for most of the morning. It may just get a little opportunity earlier on, but I think it could well consolidate today up until the news. We've got the inflation report coming at 12 o'clock. That may give some hints, but certainly we've got the votes and the monetary policy summary coming out, which gives us a much better idea of how the committee were thinking. Plus, at 12:45, we've got Bank of England Governor Carney speaking, and I think that will give even further clarity to the thoughts. So, well, I hope so anyway. It could be a choppy old morning with a pound. There are chances it's still, if it does start moving down along, and if euro moves down, we could see the monthly pivot hit yet. Okay, we have got the daily pivot just above us. That may, again, in the early morning trading, that may be hit. But you can already see how consolidated we are. But we do get these little patches of consolidation through the Asian session, as we did yesterday. But I think it may be difficult to read direction. Looking at dollar yen, well, dollar yen did eventually, and it has started moving and continue moving to the upside. Let's just bring the dailies in here. We've finally seem to be ridding ourselves almost of this tight range, and it does look like there's potential for it to push on up further. That said, on the shorter time frame, is there anything really on the shorter time frame? If we do see a breakdown of these 21s earlier this morning, I will look at the potential short side, providing we're seeing a suitable movements in the pound and the euro sort of following suit effectively. Otherwise, judging how this candle finishes, if it does finish a little way back here, so somewhere like this, maybe look to go with the move or try and get into a long position, looking for those highs of 121, sort of 80 area. Okay, Aussie dollar. So the Aussie dollar, again, a little bit more consolidated on the dailies and the 4 hourlies here on the right-hand side here. Dailies wise, another sort of one of those days it just cannot hold on to gains, and it sort of has pulled back and gave everything back yesterday in the end. At the moment, to me, it's looking very edgy. Really, I'd put, again, as one of these markets, I'd prefer the downside here. We've still got the daily pivot above us, so really a break of the 21s would give me the option maybe for a long position up to that towards that pivot. And again, I'd like to see certainly the euro, even if the pound is consolidated, even the euro starts getting a bit of a kicker upside, I'd like to see them working in tandem, not just looking at the the Aussie really going off on its own. Likewise, a break of these lows here. I'm on for the S1, looking for the short side and possibly more downside. Okay, finally, Canadian dollar. It eventually arrives. There we go. And the Canadian dollar, well, it also effectively gave up its gains against the US dollar. Remember, this is US dollar stroke Canadian dollar. So it's a showing of a weakness of the Canadian dollar yesterday. And that may just push through. However, I've got this quite nice looking. In fact, it's now looking even better than it was a short while ago when I was just running a quick run through. This little wedge kicking in here with the daily pivot below us, even the 21s, etc. It may be just drawn back down towards these sort of levels. Maybe worth watching this morning. Let's just have a look up, see what oil's doing at this moment. Okay, this is West Texas, but okay, that's coming off a bit. So, as I say, there may be some opportunities with that coming off, and there's just good correlation between the two. So we may see something happening there. So in other news summary then, the UK news is the Bank of England news is the most significant there today. Just a weekly unemployment claims at 130. They do the week before non-farm payrolls. They can create a little bit of volatility at 130. We've got a few other numbers coming out with those because non-farm payroll week. So we have the prelim non-farm productivity, etc., coming out. Okay, that's pretty much it for me. Hope you have a great day. I'll speak to you tomorrow. Bye for now.